What if I told you that tobacco manufacturers, Altria, Reynolds, ITG, will literally pay you money for something you're already doing every single day? Not a rebate hoop to jump through, not a coupon scheme. They'll pay you for ringing up cigarettes, which you're doing anyway, right now, probably maybe as you watch this. It's called tobacco scan data. And if you run a smoke shop or convenience store and you're not enrolled, you're leaving something around $2,000 a year on the counter. So let's talk about what it is and what it actually pays with real numbers, not fantasy numbers. And the fine print, nobody reads until it bites them. Now, what scan data actually is? Well, here's the deal in one sentence. Every time you sell a tobacco product, your POS records the details, the SKU, the price, any discount, the time, your location. And scan data programs agreeing to share that transaction data with the manufacturers and then paying you for it. And why do they want it so badly? Because it's ground truth. They can see exactly what's selling where, at what price, and whether their promotions are actually being honored at the register. For a manufacturer, that data is gold. For you, it's just found money. You're not doing any new work. You're not selling anything you weren't already selling. You're just letting the receipt tape talk. So how does the money flow? The whole thing works as a 4-step loop. Step 1, your POS captures the sale, like item level detail on every tobacco transaction. Step 2, a certified scan data provider takes the data, formats it into each manufacturer's very particular file spec, and transmits it on schedule. And yes, you need that middleman. Manufacturers won't take raw export from your register. Step 3, the manufacturer validates everything against your agreement. Clean data gets paid. Sloppy data gets flagged. And step 4, a check shows up, usually monthly. Most stores submit weekly, some daily. But here's the good news. With an automated provider, all this happens in the background. So you're not exporting files at midnight. It just runs. Now, how do you actually get paid? The part you actually care about here is that scan data pays you, and they do so in 3 stacked ways. Way number 1 is per scan payments. Manufacturers pay a small amount for every qualifying item that you report. Think roughly 3 to 5 cents per scan on other tobacco products and around 10 to 15 cents per carton of cigarettes. And yes, I hear you, pennies, right? You made a whole video about pennies. Well, stay with me here. Way number 2 is multi-pack reimbursements. These are manufacturer-funded promotions like buy 2, save $1, where you give the customer the discount at the register and the manufacturer pays you back the difference. Customer gets the deal, you sell more, your margins stay whole, everyone's happy. Way number 3, buy downs and loyalty funding. Manufacturers pay you to hold their contracted retail price and fund deeper discounts and loyalty offers on top of it. And here's the key insight most owners miss. The pennies are the smallest piece. Ways 2 and 3, the reimbursements, the buy down funding, that's where the actual money lives. So let's talk real numbers. What does it actually pay your average liquor store, smoke shop, convenience store? Let's run an honest example because vendor math on this topic sometimes gets optimistic. So take a typical mid-volume convenience store. Sell about 400 cartons a month at 10 cents each. That's $40. 1,200 OTP items at 4 cents, another $48. And buy down and promotional handling, let's call it $120. That's $208 in program income. Subtract a $30 provider fee, and you net around $178 a month, roughly $2,100 a year. Is that retire to the beach money in a year? No. Is it $2,000 a year for literally doing nothing new? Yes. I don't know many owners who'd step over that. So break even is low too. At 10 cents a carton, about 300 cartons a month covers a typical $30 fee on scan payments alone, before buybacks even enter the picture. The only store that loses on this is one selling a handful of cartons a week with no buy down enrollment. Now, one caveat though, because we're being honest here, these figures are illustrative. Rates vary by manufacturer, region, by tier. So confirm current numbers with your reps before you model your own store on this sort of whiteboard math. Now, let's go a little more in depth into these 3 programs. We're also going to talk about Altria's 2026 shakeup. So there are 3 major programs. Good news, you can run all 3 at once. Each needs its own tobacco account, but one provider can submit to all of them from the same POS. Reynolds runs its scan data program through the Engage platform. It pays around 15 cents a carton plus the usual reimbursed discounts. ITG works similarly. Buy downs, multi-pack reimbursements, loyalty target, coupon funds. And Altria here is the structured one, and it just got more structured. Their digital trade program went through a real shakeup effective January 1st of 2026. It's now 4 tiers. Tier 1, submit your scan data. That's the baseline payment. Tier 2, add age validation technology. Tier 3 adds electronic age and identity verification with stricter data standards. And now Tier 4 adds personalization plus and something called the Digital Accelerator Program. These are allocated coupon funds, like $5,000, for example, you can deploy as digital coupons or targeted in-store discounts. So if you're already in Tier 2 or 3 under the old program, you have to transition to the 2026 version to keep your incentives. Tier 4 is optional. That's for stores chasing these maximum rewards. But falling out of compliance doesn't cost you one payment. It can cost you the entire program. Now, I'd be remiss if we didn't also talk about fine print here. We're talking about big tobacco, so this matters. Because this channel doesn't do infomercials, we can talk about these trade-offs. One is the manufacturer doesn't get a say in your pricing. Buy downs come with strings. To get the funding, you sell at their contracted price and run their promos as written. For most stores, the funding beats the flexibility, but if you rely on custom pricing on these products, that's a factor for you. Number 2, you're sharing data. Every enrolled sale, SKU, price, discount, time, location, goes into your data and to the manufacturer when you sign up for this. That's the whole trade. With loyalty offers, a customer's loyalty ID can ride along too. So know exactly what's leaving your system before you sign. 3, compliance is ongoing. Accurate reporting, correct promotion coding, age verification requirements at the higher tiers. Miscoded promotions are the #1 reason payments get rejected. So set them up right from the first time and keep an eye on them as you go. Now, none of these are deal breakers, but you should walk in with your eyes open, not find out from a rejected payment or angry customers. Now, the bonus that no one talks about with this. Quick one, because it might be my favorite part. The checks are really only half the value when it comes to scan data. So that same scan data shows you your dead SKUs, the stuff tying up your shelf space and cash while moving 0 units. It shows you which promotions actually drove volume and which just gave away margin. And the manufacturers share category level insights back, so you can benchmark your store against real demand. Most retailers cash the check and ignore the data. Don't be most retailers. The data is a free crystal ball for your buying and your pricing. Now, lastly, let's get into how to set it up and where your POS like Corona would fit in with it. The setup is 5 steps. You open a tobacco account with each manufacturer through your reps. Confirm your POS actually captures item level data, and standalone a card terminal won't cut it. You need an actual POS system. You need to connect a certified scan data provider, configure your promotions correctly. Again, this is the #1 failure point. And then you submit test data and wait about a month for validation before payments can start flowing. And yes, obligatory, but relevant here. Corona POS does all of this. We capture the exact item level fields that manufacturers need. We handle buy downs and multi-pack promos so they ring up and report correctly to scan data. And through our M-Connect integration, submissions to Altria, Reynolds, and ITG run automatically in the background of your POS. You never have to touch a file. You just get paid. So here's the bottom lines. Tobacco scan data is one of the only genuinely free lunches in retail. You're already ringing up the sales. We're already giving our data to everyone anyway. And the pennies per carton are fine, but the buy down funding is the real prize. And the data itself will make you a smarter buyer and seller if you actually look at it. If your current POS can't do scan data or makes you export files by hand, like it's 2009, that's fixable. Book a demo in the link below and we'll show you how Corona POS and M-Connect turn your existing tobacco sales into a monthly check. Thanks for watching. Now go get paid for the thing you're doing anyway, and see you in the next video.